What is going on YouTube? It's Primitive here. Today I'm going to be bringing you my ShineGreymon deck list profile that I've been using a lot of BT4. I was able to win a few locals, win a remote duels tournament, get a couple seconds at locals, and then most recently I got 46th out of 256 in the TAC Evo Cup, going 4 wins, 1 loss, and 2 draws. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get right on into the list. So let's start off with our eggs. Playing 2 Upamon and 3 Koromon. When I first started playing this list, I was running 4 Upamon, 1 Koromon, but the more I played and the more matchups I tested against, the more I realized how valuable Koromon is. It's debatable that you go 4 Koromon, 1 Upamon, but there are times that you want to just swing in and draw with Upamon and just get some cycles, see some more cards in your hand. So I think 2 and 3 is good enough, but you could consider going 4 Koromon, 1 Upamon. Then let's go ahead and get into our rookies here. We're going to have 3 of the Mana Patamon. This one, when you delete something and by bringing it down to 0 DP, you gain a memory. So this is obviously insane in a ShineGreymon deck. If you have 2, 3 of these out, you're going to basically be paying 1 for your ShineGreymon or 2 for your ShineGreymon, just recovering, and it makes it so that if you just have 1, even just having 1, you can shine for free, or not for free, but on your turn, you'll get the 3 memory from TK, then you can shine for 4, delete something, gain 1 memory, go to 0, and play something else. So this Patamon is super insane. And speaking of insane Patamon, we were playing 4 of the promo Patamon. This card's amazing because you need the recovery, as well as it's just better than Lucamon. It may cost 1 less than Lucamon when you're playing Lucamon for 5 and not be as strong, but it's more consistent. It can be digivolved onto your Digitama so it doesn't brick like Lucamon, but this card helps in so many matchups. I originally put it in for green OTK, but it helps in so many other matchups. Just being able to go Patamon, recover, and then turn it into a blocker helps you stabilize in so many matchups. Then we have 4 Pulsemon. Pulsemon is Pulsemon, so I don't think there's too much I need to say. I was running 3 because I only had 3, and so once I got the 4th one, I put it in right away, and it's been amazing. And then we have 1 Salamon. So we're playing 13 rookies here, and I just play 1 Salamon. I like Patamon more. I like having the on play. I think it's better in more matchups, and it gives you more initiative. But I wanted to run 13 rookies because I was bricking a little too much with 12, so we did put 1 Salamon in. I was running Lotmon in this slot, but then I figured in a lot of the matchups you want the recovery presence a lot more, and so 1 Salamon just worked a lot better than 1 Lotmon, but I wouldn't cut any of these. I like 4 of these. It's very consistent. The 1 Salamon is just to supplement so that we hit our level 3s more so we don't brick them as much, as well as give us a little bit more recovery. So that's going to be our rookie lineup. So let's go ahead and get on into the champions. It's pretty standard. We're going to have 4 Pedomon, 1 to Digivolve blocker. It's insane. Turimon, 1 to Digivolve, helps you cycle, get you up to your Digimon, to your ultimates a little bit faster, since you only have to pay 1. And then we have 3 Unimon. I like the 11 champion ratio, so I was running 2 Unimon, and then this third one was a Repamon for a bit, and then eventually it turned into a GeoGreymon, just because I liked the inheritable a little more, and I had this as a slot as just a cheaper level 4, so that way if I bricked the rookie, then I could bring out the level 4 for cheap. But then I decided that I just need to have these be blockers. I need as many blockers as I can get, because there's matchups like Rookie Rush and like Imperial Dramon and such that I need to be able to block as much as possible, and combining it with this promo Patamon being able to recover and then going to a blocker just helps you stabilize a lot. So pretty standard lineup there. Going into our ultimates, we're going to have 3 Yellow Rise and 2 Red Rise. I play 3 Yellow Rise because the deck needs more aggression, and this inheritable gives you the aggression that it is. Although this Red Rise, being able to activate TK, is a lot more powerful. The fact that you get a security attack +1 with this rise, and you get some high offensive pressure, because ShineGreymon is going to be going up to 15, 16, 17,000 DP, swinging for security attack +1, which it's almost always going to go through unless you hit something like Gaia Force. So yeah, 3 and 2. I like playing 5 Rise because you want to get your Tamers out as consistently as possible. Then to finish off, we're going to have 2 War Growlmon and 2 Sirenmon. I like War Growlmon just because it helps supplement. It's like another tamer essentially, but it also helps with slash and Angemon, like we're gonna see here in a little bit. So War Groundmon's just really good. I like having 2 and 2 here. You need to run 2 Sirenmon because not only is it a level, or is it a 5-drop level 5, making it so that you can just drop it and be prepared to ShineGreymon right away for super cheap without giving your opponent a ton of memory. But it's also 2 to Digivolve, so that means you can go a level 1 champion into this for 2, and that'll use up the 3 TK memory, and you'll still be able to go into a Mega after that. So it's very important. I like 2 and 2. This War Groundmon slot could be something like Angemon, if that's something that you want, or any other level 5, just whatever you think. I think this is the tech slot as to where the 5 Rise and the 2 Sirenmon are what are crucial, but I do like War Groundmon just because it does help in many different scenarios. So then we have 4 ShineGreymon. There's not really much to say about Shine. It's the boss monster of the deck. It's what the deck's built around. So you're going to play 4. It's built around controlling the board, being very control-y, minusing DP as much as possible, going 2, 3, 4 ShineGreymons in a row to make it so your opponent just can't catch up, and then digivolving them onto the Rise, most importantly, to get their inheritable effects. And then we're playing 2 Slash Angemon. If I'm going to be completely honest, Slash Angemon sucks in this deck. I was playing it because Imperial Dramon was jumping up in popularity a lot in my local area, and Slash Angemon was going to help me pop their Pyil Dramon or their Dino Beamon or whatever so they can't get into it, or in combination with War Groundmon I can pop the Imperial Dramon itself. But if I'm going to be honest, outside of every other matchup, Slash Angemon did not feel good. This was, before I switched to the Slash to help my Imperial Dramon matchup, I was running 1 War Greymon and 1 Kentorusmon. I would say I would go back to that, or I would just run 2 War Greymon here and then cut the War Growlmon and put in Andrewmon, and that would be completely fine. But if I'm going to be completely honest, Slash was slacking a little bit. It surprisingly did really well in the Evo Cup, and I can't say it was really dead, but in almost every other match and tournament that I've played, Slash Angemon has felt really bad. It's just, yeah, you get to delete something, but then you have this 8,000 Mega that's probably going to die if you swing into security, so you have to just wait to put it into Volderarm, and I just found this to be worse Shine, and it getting rid of the War Greymon that I was running got rid of a lot of my aggression and made it so that I wasn't winning as fast, and I think my 2 draws that I had during the Evo Cup came from the fact that I wasn't able to hit my yellow Rise and get the aggression that I wanted, but if I was running more aggressive level 6s in these slots, I would have been better. So I wouldn't recommend running Slash unless you are expecting to run into a bunch of Imperial Dramon, which in my opinion is this deck's worst matchup, but like I said, I wouldn't run Slash. I will be changing that if I use this deck going forward. Next we got 2 Volderarm to top off our Digimon. I mean, it's Volderarm. Going Shine, doing a bunch of damage, and then going into Volderarm is going to clear a lot. There's a lot of times where you can Volderarm and clear off 2 level 5s, which just puts your opponent super far behind. And having the on-deletion effect of gaining 3 memory makes it so that if they target this and try to get rid of it, it's basically going to pass to your turn most of the time. And if they do something crazy like Gaia Force it or something, then you're just going to probably go up to 10, and you just get all the things. So Volderarm's super insane. It's an extremely good card, and it punishes them for targeting it down in any way besides such as like Millenniumon or bouncing it to your hand. If they have to kill it, then they're going to get punished. Alright, getting into the Tamers, we have 4 mana TK, or memory TK. I think this is standard. I feel like you have to run 4 of them because you want to see this as much as possible and you want to get it out on the field as early as possible. There's so many times where I'll go second and my opponent will put me at like 2 memory and I'll just turn 1 go to TK, so that way I can search out my security, get what I need, and then be at 3 and just make sure that for the rest of the game I'm always having memory and not getting choked. And just being able to play this off of Rise, even if the red Rise, even when you already have one, is just super good because you're able to just take a card out of your security, say, oh, I need this game, put it into your hand. This is one of the best Tamers in the game, if not the best Tamer in the game. Then we got 3 Kari. Kari, I think, is an amazing Tamer. This is probably in one of my top 5 Tamers in the game right now, even though it's probably only really good in this deck. There are so many times where I had 2 or 3 Karis out with the TK and had 3 or less security, and my opponents, just every turn I was starting at 5 to 6 memory every turn, and it was super overwhelming for my opponents. I just had they couldn't outsource me because I had 3 more memory than them every single turn, everything that they did, I could catch up and outpace and remove. And yeah, Kari was really good. I wish it was more viable in other yellow decks. It's probably a little too slow to continually hard playing in other decks, but man, this Tamer is absolutely amazing. And then to top off the deck, we have 2 baby TKs, so we're running 9 Tamers here. I like 9. That's the number that I've tested 8, I've tested 9, I've tested 10, and I've tested 11, and 9 is the one that I feel I like the best. At 9, you're allowed to, instead of running 10, at 9 you get to have an extra level 3, which helps you with being more consistent. And also, it's just at 10 or more, I felt I was having too many Tamers in my hand and not being able to play them, even with the 5 Rise. And so I just went back down to 9. This is the ratio that I like. This baby TK is good. It helps in a lot of matchups, like ones that are going to swing for multiple security checks, like green OTK, for example, if they don't have jamming from the Palmon, or if they swing with the Chaosmon or whatever. TK helps there, but the main thing is that it just costs 2 to play, and so you can play this and then go into Shine, and you get really cheap Tamer out on the board. Unless you don't have any other Tamers, you're not really going to be playing this off of Rise. You're going to be playing these up here. These are your hard play Tamers most of the time, just because they're so cheap, and they're good in some matchups, but I like 4-3-2. This is the consistency of these that I like. I want to see this as much as possible. I would like to get 1 to 2 of these a game, and I'm okay with getting 1 of these a game or none of these a game. But if I can get these out, having plus 4,000 DP is just going to save you in so many scenarios. But with that being said, that is my ShineGreymon list. This list I have been playing for a lot of BT4 tournaments just because I really just love ShineGreymon. I want it to keep working. I will probably continue to keep working on ShineGreymon in like every format. Even if it doesn't work, I'll still try to test it, and I'll still try to make it feel good. Even if it's not going to be the most competitive deck going forward. I just love ShineGreymon, so this is my BT4 list. I don't know if I'm going to use this anymore now that we're heading into BT5. I do have a couple more tournaments in BT4 to play, but I think I'll switch to some other decks. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed my list. I hope this gave you some ideas. I hope this gave you a good list if you're looking for a ShineGreymon list or something for you to test, or maybe you saw some ideas in here that you liked. I'm not sure. I just love this deck. I wanted to share it. I've had a great time this past month playing this deck, and if you haven't played a lot of ShineGreymon in the past and you want to play some of this before we go to BT5, this is the list for you. So with that being said, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you for the next deck list profile video. Peace out.